Sponsored by Strategic Wealth Designers.
Even before the pandemic, streaming services were taking the world by storm. For many people, though, they started watching more and more movies from the comfort of their home during the pandemic for a lower cost and fewer crowds. To talk more about all of it and the future of the theater, Rob Lessio joins us today. And okay, Rob, are people going back to the theater? Kyle said earlier, I like sitting at home and I like the cheaper food at home. So what's happening with the rest of the world?
It's kind of a mixed bag, you know. I mean, it depends. If you're one of the big franchise movies, like let's say Fast and the Furious, or maybe some of the Marvel, or one of my favorites coming up, we've got Top Gun coming back out at some point. I'm definitely going to go to the theater to see that. But if you're a brand name movie, if you would, then I still see that people are going to want to go to the theaters for that. But man, for the rest of it, who doesn't enjoy the comfort of their own home?
Yeah, and I'm wondering if these services are kind of cannibalizing themselves too. You've got Disney, there's streaming, and then Disney movies are also in the theater. So are they just trying to capture everything they can, or are they cannibalizing themselves?
I think to a degree they're cannibalizing themselves, but this is a much better long play. Because, for example, I've got 4 kids, right? So you know I've got Disney Plus. But here's the deal. So maybe they're giving up some of the money up front, right? So they're not going to the theater as much. But if you're paying that $9, $10, $11 a month for the foreseeable future, you're going to bring in more money per family over the long run.
So what's the strategy over at Marvel?
Well, Marvel, they're doing both also. But keep in mind, when you've got a big action-packed thriller, if you would, people love to see that with a 30-foot screen in front of their face, right? I know that people have great entertainment centers at home and theater rooms at home. They do. But it still does not beat, you know, when it's a real big thriller like that, of seeing it in person.
I'm with you on that. We just saw Ford versus Ferrari again on a small screen. And when we saw it on the big screen, it was more impactful when you've got that kind of action. But you know,
it's just, you know, especially all those big thrillers, there's just no way you can actually beat it. So like I said, you know, the big ones, the big hits, they're going to still be in the theaters, but the small ones, not so much.
I just want everyone to stay in business, so that I do want. Thanks, Rob. To learn more about this and other business related news, go to local12.com/community.